Hello, and welcome to this wiki for the 5 senses for creative writing using technology. Many children and adults too like to fall into the trap of what I call motion picture sickness. Television and film are the most popular forms of media at present, and as such, many people will use them as their go-to source when trying to think creatively. This is fine when taken from the character's point of view. The problem lies when the writer takes the stance of the moviegoer, with thoughts such as, well, this would look so cool on the big screen, or imagine seeing this in the cinema. The images in their head become two-dimensional and focus solely on one sense, of sight. What I hope to achieve with this wiki is for budding writers not only to think of writing something to match the picture in their head, but to combine all 5 senses to create a cornucopia of imagery using sight, hearing, smell, touch, and taste to truly immerse the reader in their world. I thought that this would be a good place to start, especially for young learners whom I teach, right at the basics and simplistic enough to give them an idea of what they need to incorporate into their writing in order to develop as writers. What I learned most from this course was that it was not just about simply telling your story. The devil is in the detail, and you really need to nail down the descriptions in order for the readers to see what you see. I learned from my experience in this creative writing course that if you don't really pinpoint your descriptions, the reader will fill in the blanks themselves and could change the perception of a character or setting that you've created, and it's not how you want the readers to view them. While learning English as a foreign language, it can be difficult for students to elaborate on their writing. My students often rush to finish their work and just try to get through the story as quickly as possible, with as few words as possible. Hopefully, through developing their senses and descriptions, they will develop a taste for embellishing their work and immersing the reader in their work. I also hope that they will move beyond the robotic generic sentences that the textbooks and grammar books conform to. Surprisingly, there was not a lot of useful information regarding the senses and creative writing when I searched online. Most creative writing blog posts just mentioned in passing to utilize all 5 senses, and then proceeded to give a list of verbs associated with each sense. Again, this followed the more textbook paint-by-numbers style of writing that, while useful, I didn't want my students to utilize these words and verbs as a crutch, but rather to come up with their own descriptions and their own style. I added the senses collage on Padlet to try and get a better feel for each sense, and not just a list of descriptive words. I will also focus on the way technology can be integrated and applied to creative writing lessons. Before this course started, I never really thought about how technology could be integrated with creative writing, but as it becomes more and more influential in our everyday lives, particularly with the young learners, writers need to be more relatable in their creative writing opportunities, beyond just pen and paper and write this down. Thus, in my lesson plans and ideas for the course, I aim to include not just opportunities to utilize technology, but instances where their work would resonate with real-world situations, such as creating viral ads or restaurant critiques. I hope the space will be really of benefit to students in their writing and create well-rounded descriptions with it. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your writing.